Welcome back, friends. So, who am I? My name is Kenneth A. Griggs, and I identify as a black, gay, progressive, spiritual man with additional tattoos in production. I've been living with type 1 juvenile diabetes since adolescence, and it's getting a little boring. Although it is interesting to note that I was born a moon baby in 1969 when we finally reached the moon. What's my story? Here's a quick Griggs world line. Setting my X and T naught to be Connecticut circa 1987, I graduated high school as the first black valedictorian. And of course, you can actually stick gay in there as well, but nobody knew it at the time. I then attended Princeton University where, in addition to my formal education, I fought for women's rights as a member of the Sexual Harassment Advising Resources and Education program. I also fought for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer plus rights, and, obviously, for black rights and minority rights, and so much more. I've always been an activist for social justice. Wakanda forever, bitches! Oh, sorry. That's a different movie. I graduated in 1991 with a Bachelor's of Science and Engineering degree in aerospace and mechanical engineering, and with a minor in theoretical physics via my thesis advisor, Sasha Migdal, working on cyclical quantum gravity. I started my career working as a software engineer for GE Aerospace, then Martin Marietta, then Lockheed Martin, and all of this under the DoD. Additionally, I began Imagine Studios, a desktop publishing graphics design and animation shop. I worked on helping to launch President Clinton's AmeriCorps program, his national service program, in 1995. And as a very interesting twist of fate, the first day that I actually got to go to the White House under Clinton was the same day that an airplane crashed into the White House. By the way, this was the day we launched AmeriCorps. So in this dramatic, oh my god, moment of, launching AmeriCorps, a freaking plane hits the White House. Are you freaking kidding me? So, that's kind of one of those strange, I had nothing to do with it, please do not blame me. Eventually, I worked for the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office as a patent clerk, and to sum that one up, hated it. In 2007, I received my MS in Theoretical Physics from the University of Maryland, working under Jim Gates. And you might know Jim because he was one of those few superstring and supersymmetry physicists who came up with a consistent framework for superstring theory. In 2018, I joined with Jeremy Riss, the alien scientist, as you probably know him, to create Hover Brothers LLC. And oh yeah, I've been creating Phoenix since 1990. It's in my blood. Now, am I proud of my history? Well, as the old saying goes, quote, it is what it is. It simply reflects the best of me and the universe at the specific place and time. Animating these moments creates a freaking bizarre movie for me, But I have no regrets, because they've all informed and motivated my current life. But how do I feel about the future? Interesting, one interpretation of Phoenix says that both the present and the past and the future are all melted together. And what do I mean? I mean that unlike our current belief structure, which says that causality drives us from the past into the present and that all events are causal, this alternative description by Phoenix says effectively that the future does inform the past and does inform the present. So one way of thinking about it that I've been working on for quite some time is the idea that we have one way of describing the universe through world lines, and we call that a serial description of events. Whereas in Phoenix, there's an alternative way of equally looking at the universe through networks, for which we have parallel events, kind of like a flock of birds or a swarm. So that's just a little teaser. So I hope that this little brief bio can additionally motivate people to want to apply to become 3 of the Phoenix Firebirds that we are searching for. So what can I say at this point? Well, let's just go have some freaking fun.